Join us now is Mayor Scott. Good to see you.
Good to see you, sir.
So
Good to see you.
we've decided, or you've decided, when we meet up, you're going to have a city school representative. Tell us all about that.
Yeah, this is Glen Mount Elementary. Shout out to the great principal over there, Principal Mosley, and all the Tigers. But this really is in honor of the great Reverend Tim Tootin. We know that he always had the hats or the shirt. So every time I go on TV Hill now, I'll be representing a different city school, but also honoring his legacy.
Much appreciated. All right, let's get right to the news. Plenty of headlines. Let's first talk about, as we come on days ago, police shooting, police involved. Tell me what you do know about it, and tell me about guns on the street of Baltimore City.
Well, listen, anytime we have an incident like this, Jason, it impacts our whole community. It's a traumatic incident. We are grateful in this incident that neither the officer or no one died as of yet in this incident. But we actually have to follow the law of the state of Maryland. The Attorney General's office investigates all of these, and the city will be fully cooperating with that investigation. But we will be doing things like Monsu will have a neighborhood stabilization response there. This incident started, as you heard from the police commissioner the other day, following a fight where there's a fight along that neighborhood. Officers responding, 2 individuals involved in the fight, and this is what happened. They did recover a weapon from the scene, as you heard yesterday, and we're going to just continue to cooperate with the investigation and support the community. But again, we know and we cannot continue to have the amount of guns out on the street that we have in Baltimore. We want people to be safe. Sure.
All right, another big thing, State of the City came out. You pushed hard for something that people are like, you're going to get all these potholes done. How in the world? Because everyone has one on their list, I'm sure, will be able to cover such a broad area in Baltimore.
Well, listen, we're talking about 25,000 over 90 days. Like, we've done 23,000 when you think in just over the last month or so here in the city of Baltimore. We're going to continue to push our crews to do better. And I like setting goals, right? You remember a time when I set a goal of us reducing homicides by 15%. People were like, how are you going to do it? If you don't set goals for people to strive to and to achieve, then you'll just accept whatever they give you. And we know that we're dealing with infrastructure issues here in the city. You and I have talked for a long time about how the city and the rest of the counties around the state have been fighting to have our highway user revenue pushed back up from the state of Maryland. For us in the city, during the Great Recession, they cut it. And then we lost $900 million over a period of time, while we're working with our great partners in the legislature to keep that funding level up that we were able to achieve a few years ago, knowing that they're not going to replace that money that we lost. We also have to do the things that we can do. And that's why I announced Repave Baltimore, totally rethinking and reworking how we're doing our resurfacing program. And also why this budget that I'm proposing to the city council now, it has $300 million in it for infrastructure, for ADA ramps, for sidewalks, for resurfacing projects, and we're just going to continue to push ourselves to be better as well.
I remember an announcement you did in the church, it was probably 2 years ago, talking about vacants, TIF bonds, and making all this happen. Park Heights is a good example of watching these things happen, but there's still, I mean, you don't have to go far to find a vacant. What do you have to do for this, what's been a bugaboo, I guess, for years for Baltimore now, to put more emphasis on it?
Well, listen, this is why we announced that 2 years ago that we were going to end that vacant crisis over a 15-year period. And I think, again, folks have to remember, when I was a junior at Monroe, there were 16,000 vacant properties in the city of Baltimore. When I was a freshly sworn-in mayor in 2020, there were 16,000 vacant properties in the city of Baltimore. We're now at 11,800 and something, right? That's eliminating 1 in 4 vacants in just that short period of time. But we're now talking about getting rid of that totally over the next now 13 years. And we're doing it through innovative things like TIF. We know that TIFs have been hotly discussed in Baltimore when folks say they only were focusing on downtown or Harbor East or these things. Now we're putting TIFs on vacant properties across the city of Baltimore, and organizations like Black Women Build and Rebuild Metro, and folks are doing that work of renovating those vacants right now, using those TIF dollars that most of the time would have been not eligible in those neighborhoods.
We've got about a minute left. Spring break has been a good example of finding something for teens to do. Same time, teens can find some other things to get into. The good announcement you said was, listen, the city can't be parents this summer.
Cannot.
So what's the message as we leave spring and head into summer break now?
Again, the message is very clear. We are going to continue to invest in opportunities for our young people. Jason, since I've taken office, Rec and Parks budget has increased by 41%. We have built 6 new rec centers. We have 5 under construction right now. I'm going to open 2 in the next 2 months, right?
Okay.
But we cannot be parents. We're going to have teen programming. We're going to have that like we have during spring break in the summertime, just like last year, teen pool parties, late night rec centers, midnight basketball, all of these things.
Yeah.
But the city cannot and will not step in where its responsibility should be on the parents. You should know where your children are. Every parent, every kid has a smartphone. You can track them at all times, right? Make sure that you're having conversations with your young people about your expectations for them and enforce them. We do not want to have to arrest children like we did at the Inner Harbor, but we're not going to let a few, and I want to be very clear about this, there's only a few young people that are causing this mischief. We're not going to let a few ruin it for the many, whether it's young people or adults.
Mr. Mayor, always good to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming through.
And Jason has more with the mayor, as well as an interview with Congressman Kwesi Mfume that is coming up on TV Hill right after Meet the Press.